Hi class, so let's do the next lesson. Again, we're doing unit conversions with the metric system, but rather than just between kilo and milli, we're going to go all the way up to giga and all the way down to nano. So if you get out your worksheet, let me get it going here. Metric conversions, worksheet 1. The top of this worksheet has all of our prefixes, all the way from nano all the way up to tera. This is really useful, and pretty much the key to this entire lesson is found here at the top left part, right here. And what this says is if you are going up the table, move the decimal to the left. So if you think that if we are going from a base unit of meters up to kilometers, we're going to have less kilometers as a number than meters. So we move the decimal to the left so the number looks like it's getting smaller. And if you're going down the table, you move the decimal to the right. Again, these are all prefixes for our units. So there are some examples here. I'll let you look those over, but let's get right into the work here. So G, capital G, lowercase g. The prefix is giga. Okay, if you've used computers, you'll be comfortable with gigabytes, terabytes, kilobytes, etc. And those are all of these prefixes here. I have kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, and terabytes. So there's some context for you. Now the unit that giga is attached to is grams. So we have gigagrams. And we want to convert this into M stands for mega. The capital M is mega. And megagrams. So you'll notice our first lesson was dealing with all of these quantities here. Now, all of these, when you move up or down, the decimal point moves one spot. And you'll notice all the exponents went from -3, 2, 1, 0, +1, 2, and 3. Now, after we've got to +3 exponent or -3, they jump 3 place values at once. So we're going from giga, which is here, down to mega, which is here. So here we are moving 3 zeros, or 9 minus 6 will give us 3 zeros. And which way are we moving the decimal? Well, let's see, we're moving down. So going down the table, you move the decimal to the right. So here, if I have gigagrams, I'm going to be moving it to the right here. All right, let's try another one where we're moving it to the left. Let's try this one here, microseconds into milliseconds. Now this symbol is kind of a cursive M. It's actually the Greek letter micro. So here, this stands for micro. The unit here is seconds. And we're moving it to milliseconds. So if I look at my chart, micro to milli, that is from -6 up to -3. Again, I have a zeros difference of 3 between my exponents. And this one, I'm moving it to the left. So give these a try, and then check with the answer key off of my website. Here there's some more questions that I think you guys will be fine with. Oh, there's one that I wanted to point out here. Number 2, the last one. This is milligrams into meters. This doesn't work. This was a typo, so you can leave this one out. All right, then I want to try some of the hard ones with you. This is at the very end of the worksheet, actually. Right here. Okay, we're going to try the first one. This is gigameters into kilometers. Okay, giga is 10 to the 9. If you look at the top of the first sheet, giga is 10 to the 9. Kilo is 10 to the 3. And we're going from giga down to kilo. So here I'm moving 6 zeros. And because I'm moving down, I'm going to move the decimal point to the right. So here I move the decimal point 6 spots over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll actually end up with 7,500 kilometers. Okay, now we don't ever really use gigameters, but this is just practicing with our prefixes here. And let's try one more. Let's try another one with this micro. Here, let's try this one, 0.0002 micrograms into milligrams. Now, micro is times 10 to the negative 6 times 10 to the negative 6, and milli is actually above it. Milli is times 10 to the negative 3. So here I'm going from micro to milli. I'm moving up. Negative 6 to negative 3, that's a difference of 3 zeros. And here, because I'm moving up the scale, I'm actually going to move the decimal point 3 zeros to the left. So here I go 1, 2, 3. So I'm actually going to get even bigger decimal point here. So let's see here. 0.0000002. There was one other one I wanted to show you. I'm jumping around a little bit here, but it's actually the first question from the second sheet, right here. Okay, 1.0 kilograms into regular grams. So kilo, again, is times 10 to the 3. Regular grams, there's actually no prefix, so there's nothing there, and that's times 10 to the 0. Because 10 to the 0 is just timesing it by 1. We're not actually doing anything. So again, we're going to move 3 zeros, and because we're moving down, we're going to move the decimal point to the right. So here I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So here I'm going to move the decimal point to the right. After converting, I'm going to have 1,000 grams. Now notice, in my original question here, I have 1.0, I have 2 sig figs, so after converting, I should have 2 sig figs. Now 1,000 only has 1 sig fig, so I'll put the line above that second 0.